At it again, and oh boy, these establishment Republicans and Democrats, they are not happy now. Their narrative, their old sweet narrative that they had coddled and perfectly formulated and, presented to us in such a fashion that, they just knew that there was no way that the truth would ever come out. As a matter of fact, I heard, I don't know this with 100% certainty. I should have looked this up before the video even started. I heard that Nancy wanted to seal the documents for 50 years. Now that doesn't sound like democracy and transparency to me. But hey, I'll let Chuck Schumer take it away.
Last night, millions of Americans tuned in to one of the most shameful hours we have ever seen on cable television. With contempt for the facts, disregard of the risks, and knowing full well he was lying to his audience, Fox News host Tucker Carlson ran a lengthy segment last night arguing the January 6th Capitol attack was not a violent insurrection.
Now, that's all I'll play of that one, because we checked that out yesterday. So for those of you that tuned in, I won't bore you guys with that clip once again. Now, one thing that I do want to show you guys, I want to bring this up here. Give me just a second. Check this out. So I wanted to bring this up because, we've talked about this before. I've talked about this before, and I think a lot of you guys agree. And it's not only you guys, because, like I've stated before, I don't want to be the type of person that lives in an echo chamber. We're going to disagree. That is fine. Okay? I'm just going to let you know now. I'm going to disagree with some of the stuff that y'all say. You're going to disagree with some of the stuff that I say. That's life. All right? That is life. Right? So I want to make sure that I'm not living in an echo chamber and I'm just not, saying something and you guys are just repeating it back to me, because I don't ever want to become a delusional maniac. All right. So I looked up some polls on Mitch McConnell. Mitch Ditch McConnell. And no, I'm not talking about literally putting him in a ditch. I don't want any harm brought upon that man. I got to make my statements clear so that nobody confuses them or tries to mix them up, because you know how things go these days. I don't want any harm brought upon Mitch McConnell. I say ditch Mitch because I want him out of office. That is it. I don't want to bring any harm upon that man. Okay. I don't condone any harm being brought to that man. All right. But Mitch McConnell. So this is a Gallup poll. Obviously, you can see CNN is the website that I'm on currently. I've got another website that I'm going to show you guys here in a second. But Mitch McConnell, who had a measly 34% approval rating, 63% disapprove of Mitch McConnell. And he has the audacity to say what I'm about to show you guys he actually said. I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. And this is a more recent poll. 64%. So it's actually up by 1% disapproval rating. According to this newer poll, he had the approval of just 29% of Kentucky respondents. Now, my good people of Kentucky, it may be time to do what is hard because it is necessary. If you got to put a Democrat in his spot just for a term, at this point, we got to send a message. We need to send a message to the establishment. And I believe if my good folks of Kentucky said, you know what? We're going to give Mitch Ditch McConnell the middle finger, and we're going to put a Democrat in his place. I think that would be the ultimate middle finger to the establishment. Now, listen, yes, that sucks. That hurts to even say. put a Democrat in office. You know, it's like the Lion King, you know, and I referenced this before because it relates to a lot of different situations. But when the hyenas in the Lion King, when they were like Mufasa, and they were ooh, Mufasa, ooh, you know, put a Democrat in office, just give you the chills a little bit, like ooh, like yeah, that could turn out bad. But at this point in time, guys, I think we need to send the establishment Republicans and the rhinos a hard and clear message: we are done playing around. I have a hair in my mouth. We're done playing. And like I said, I think that would send a very, very clear message. But you guys can let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
With the Capitol Police's very serious concerns about the release of this footage, was it a mistake by Speaker McCarthy to give access to Tucker Carlson of this security footage?
My concern is how it was depicted, which is a different issue. Clearly, the chief of the Capitol Police, in my view, correctly describes what most of us witnessed firsthand on January 6th. So that's my reaction to it. It was a mistake, in my view, for Fox News to depict this in a way that's completely at variance with what our chief law enforcement official here at the Capitol thinks.
If that's the case, following up on what Manu said, Tucker Carlson has already teased another round of videos that are going to be released today. I understand that you're upset with the way that Fox is depicting it, but he's been forecasting this for months, asking for this access to this footage to have a presentation just like this. Was it a mistake for the speaker to hand that?
You guys know I have many faults, but one of them is not answering the question in a way that I don't want to answer it. I've given you the answer.
Why do you think there are some within your party who don't want to acknowledge January 6th as an attack or an insurrection?
Shall I give you the same answer again?
So apparently, Mitch McConnell now has a problem with how things are depicted. Okay, Mitch. Okay. But, of course, he wasn't the only one that had something to say. Check it out.
I think it's bullshit. I was here.
More Republicans.
I was down there. And I saw maybe a few tourists, a few people who got caught up in things, but when you see police barricades breached, when you see police officers assaulted, all of that, or you had to be in close proximity to it, if you were just a tourist, you should have probably lined up at the visitor center and came in on an orderly basis.
Well, I mean, I think it was, it was an attack on the Capitol.
I mean, he said it was not an insurrection. Was it an insurrection in your view?
Well, I don't know how you want to describe it. All I know is that there were a lot of people in the Capitol at the time who I think were scared for their lives. So you can, however you want to describe it, but it was an attack on the Capitol.
Well, I didn't listen to Tucker Carlson. I generally don't, but
I bet
my
you don't.
recollection of the day is that it was not just some rowdy, peaceful protest of Boy Scouts, nor was it, the takedown of democracy that others on the extreme side want to call it. To somehow put that in the same category as a permitted peaceful protest is just a lie, and I think it doesn't do any good.
Doesn't do any good. Very interesting. So, notice what he said there. Doesn't do any good, right? But, on the other hand, leftists can say that the riots were peaceful or mostly peaceful, while there's buildings burning literally in the background of the video. Like I said yesterday, I vividly remember watching a news broadcast. I don't remember which news station it was from, but there was some looting going on, and there was this lady that was running out of a store with all types of goods in her hands. And you know what the news lady said? I'm sure she works there. Yeah. But Republican politicians are angry because video footage was released so everybody can see for themselves. Now, like I said, I think we all need to hit up Tucker Carlson, hop in his DM, add him on Twitter, add him on Instagram. I don't know if he has an Instagram, but any and every way that we can, try to contact Tucker and tell him, after you are done making your content out of these clips, release all of the tapes for public consumption for everybody to see. Don't edit, don't cut, release all 44, I think it's 44,000. I could be wrong on that number. It's a ridiculous number. Release all 44,000 hours of that footage. Every bit of it. Every bit. Because the problem with this is what's happening now. You got these establishment guys that say, oh, well, it's being depicted and the story's being twisted and certain clips are being omitted. Well, if all of the tape is released, every bit of it, well, then that narrative either gets buried and we get to expose the Democrats for the snakes that they truly are, or we're going to get the shock of our lives. I think it's the first, but that's just my humble opinion. It's just amazing. It's just amazing how, people that you think are going to stand up and be on your side just always seem to side with the other side. And I say side, even though we're all on the same boat, right? But we're talking politics here, so you guys know what I mean, all right? But, it's crazy how the uniparty is really being exposed right now throughout this entire situation. Take note. Take note of the guys and gals that you see that come out and have something that seems uniparty-ish to say about this whole situation. Take note. And my good folks of Kentucky, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. It's going to be tough. Really, really tough. But I think desperate times call for desperate measures. Just is what it is. Y'all know the saying. Y'all can let me know if you agree with that or disagree with that. But, that's just how I'm feeling at this moment in time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my stance is wrong. I'm open to that. I'm not right on everything. I understand that. So don't think that I planted my flag on any statement. That's just how I'm feeling at the moment, right? And it's truly how I'm feeling. I'm tired of watching this. And I haven't even been watching it for very long. So I know a lot of y'all are tired of watching this. These establishment folks who claim that they're Republicans, and they're not. They're clearly not. A bat could see that. But hey, who am I? Y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.